everyone. It is Self-Care Sunday. Sunday, I tell you, Self-Care Edition. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Sunday night? That's what we want to know. We want to know what you are grateful for this Sunday night. The 10th of October already. 3rd of October, in the books already. Yes, it is. Tell me about your Sunday. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Happy Sunday, Adele and Dazzle. Dazzle, it is treat time. Yes, it is. We roll. We are rolling. Great to have you here on Sunday. Hopefully you had a terrific day. Who's on my... Oh, that's not on mine. That's... Too many piles here today. Oh, it was a nice fall day here in New England for our Self-Care Sunday edition. Oh, those thunder boomers. Poor Dazzle. I'm with Dazzle. I don't like him either. We used to have a beagle that really didn't like him. We had a beagle that was our second dog ever, and the beagle did not like thunderstorms. Straight under the bed when the thunderstorms were out. The skunk it would come out and play with, but the thunderstorm straight to under the bed. She hides under the bed too. Yeah, that's what happens, you know? That's what happens. What are you gonna do? You know, we want happy pets. We want them to have a happy life, but sometimes they're just funny the way they what spooks them, I guess, is and everything, you know? What spooks them. But that, you know, I'm glad it didn't last all day for Dazzle. I'm glad Dazzle was not traumatized all day. I think it is. I think under the bed it is a safe place. I didn't like Fifi liked to hide some of her toy, and Max liked to nest under the bed, and they'd hide some of their toys under there, which then she'd get upset that her toys were under there when she didn't want them. So Fifi was like that. She'd bring her toys under there and then be like, "Where's my favorite toy?" Like, then you'd have to go climbing in after it. So I mean, it's like sometimes these pets of ours, they drive us nuts. They do. Well, that is the case some days. Where's my glasses here today? On this holiday weekend. It is. Let's get started with our good morning, good night book. That's how we roll every day. That's how we make our thunder. Is start with the good morning, good night book. Today we are on page 20. If you're following along in the book, our good morning today is good morning. You are so loved, and we like having you around. Tie one sentence at the end of this sentence to your heart, the other end to everyone who loves you, even the ones you haven't heard from in a while. Checking the knots there. You stay put. There you go, folks. Well, today is an important day on so many levels. It is Self-Care Sunday. Self-Care Sunday is the day we set aside each and every week. We set aside Self-Care Sunday as the day for you to take care of you, for you to unplug, for you to disconnect, for you to recharge you, because as we are on week 81 and 82, we kick off week 81 and 82 today. As we do that, you realize more and more how this is a marathon, truly an Iron Man or woman, an Iron Woman marathon. Since most of you are women out there, it is an Iron Woman marathon as we work our way through this. Week 81 and 82. And as we do that, it is more important than ever, than ever for you to take time. Take time. Take the time. You've got the time. I know you feel like you got a million things to do. I get it. I got a lot on my desk. But there's nothing more important than you taking time to disconnect. And that is where Self-Care Sunday is our symbol each and every week. That is why we have it. So that you take that time. So you take the time to take a breath. So you take the time to recharge. And disconnect. Disconnecting is so important. Okay, this constant bombardment of your brain and your body during this is just too much if you do not take time to disconnect. So that is why I encourage you to do it each and every week. And if I know, because I get this message from somebody every week, I can't do it on Sunday. You tell me to take Self-Care Sunday and I can't do it. That's okay. You take Tuesday, you take Thursday, you take half a day Tuesday, half a day Friday, whenever you take time. But you have to take time every week. Okay? To take that time. And because today in and of itself is an incredibly important day. Because it is Mental Health Awareness Day. We are broadcasting today on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. So, Mental Health Awareness Day. Mental health has gotten such the bum's rap during this pandemic. It has gotten put in the closet. It has gotten buried. Mental health has never been enough at the forefront. Mental health takes so many different forms. Mental health, you have to take care of it. Okay, it is not a negative thing to say that you need help with your mental health. Mental health is just like any other ailment. It is like cancer. It is like a broken arm. It is anything. You have to take care of this. You have to take care of your mental health. And you have to help do your part to impart good mental health on those around you, those whose lives you can affect, okay? Those whose lives you touch, those in your family, your household, those who you work with, okay? Those who come into your store every day. Mental health. I mean, sometimes to that employee or that person in the store that comes in your store, that customer of yours, it's taking the time to listen when you don't have the time to listen. Okay? It's stopping your day to say someone else is important. The thoughts that someone else wants to share with you are important. When you have so much going on, and you do, okay, you have incoming galore. You have mountains of it. You have mountains of customers waiting to check out. You have so many things, okay, going on. I know it. But taking that time, most people are uncomfortable with it, Adele. Most people are uncomfortable with it, so they don't face it. But know that you're making that difference when you take that time with someone. You are making that difference. When someone takes the time with you, they're making that difference in your life. When you take the time to take a breath, or you take the time to go for a walk, that is part of mental health. That is part of keeping yourself healthy. Okay, it is like anything else. Okay, if you had a headache, you take an aspirin. Mental health needs a break too. Mental health needs a break too. And during this pandemic, it's always gotten a back seat. Mental health is always, mental health has rarely been talked about in the front seat. Rarely, very rarely is it ever brought to the front. And during this pandemic, it has been so shoved to the back, so shoved. It has been buried. It is like our pets who are crawling under the bed during a thunderstorm. But that's where mental health stays so often. So by talking about it with your team, by talking about it in your house, by talking about it with your customers, you bring it out. You bring it out of the shadows. Okay, by me talking about it tonight, I bring it out of the shadows. I bring it out of the shadows to bring it forward, to say it is okay to take care of your mental health. It is okay to help others take care of their mental health. There's not a label. There's not a simple test. You can't go have a blood test and say you're having mental health issues. Everybody, I mean, basically, basically everybody during this pandemic is having some form of mental health issue. You're stuck inside. You're not getting out. You're not seeing friends that you haven't seen in a long time. I mean, this has gone on. I mean, you're pushing past 18 months, well beyond what anybody thought this would go on. And you're pushing and you're pushing. And, now they're saying we're not preparing for the next pandemic enough. And it's like, we aren't even through this pandemic and you want me to prepare for the next one. Okay. You have to not let that weigh on you. You have to disconnect from things like the constant bombardment of the news. You have to talk to people that you haven't talked to in a long time. And I'm not talking a little text, that kind of talking. I'm talking picking up the phone so they can hear your voice, so they can hear your tone, so they can hear your joy. Okay, so they can hear your joy. You pick up the phone and you call. You pick up the phone and you share that with them. You connect. Human beings want to be connected, and this pandemic has disconnected them. So many people are working from home, and the only thing they're seeing is on the other side of the camera. They're only seeing this. They're not getting this. You need this. Human beings need this. You need connection. You need connection. And sometimes that mental health is just having a connection with somebody that isn't even around anymore. And I know that sounds weird, but as I look over here, I to my right here, on my right, I see a picture of my father there on the wall. Okay, and I see that picture of him in the pharmacy, so that you've seen in so many of my presentations over the years that I use. That picture of him standing in the pharmacy, leaning up on his counter. And well, Dad, if you got time to lean, you got time to clean. But I'll say sometimes, like talking to my father, and you have these conversations. It's a connection. Okay, my father's been gone more than a decade, but you can have these conversations. With your executive team, whatever team you need, and you feel that weight off your shoulders. You feel that weight off your shoulders because you're having that, and what that person is going to say. You know how that person's going to bring you through this. And that's not hokey dopey. That is good mental health. That is not hokey dopey. That is good mental health. That is connection in how we bring the world works in mysterious ways. But, so I'll say, I talked to my dad, or I talked to my mother, or whatever. It does not matter, But pick up the phone and call. Call somebody. Call a sibling. Call an old friend. Call somebody your friends of business. Call me. Call Neil. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. My stack isn't as bad as it's been in 18 months. My call stack is the best it's been in 18 months. Okay? But call. Talk. Go see. It's okay. When you bring this out of the shadows, when you step out of the shadows, I mean, it's easy to stay here in the shadows. You want to stay in the shadows. It's easy to stay in the shadows. But you got to come out and be in the light. You got to come out and be in the light. And you got to see people in the light, and you got to engage. And you got to ignore the news a little bit. It's okay. Ignore the news. There is so much good out there. The best is yet to come. And when you wrap this mind of yours around that the best is still yet to come, the best is still, you have not experienced the best. And I love when people, as I turned 50 this weekend, you'll hear those old stories. Oh, those were the days back in high school, or that was the days. No, my best days are ahead of me. My best days. I've had some pretty great days back there, okay? I've had some pretty good, damn good days in the past. But my best days, they're ahead of me. My best days are ahead of me, okay? And when you have a mindset like that, when your mental health says your best, you haven't experienced your best. You think 50 years on this planet and you've experienced your best? You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. And I'm telling you tonight, you have not seen the best yet. No matter what age you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your circumstances, if you think you've seen the best, you call me, you tell me about it. I will tell you that the best, I will help you find that the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, people. The best is yet to come. So be there for yourself. Be there for your friends. Be there for your team members. Be there for your customers. Be there for your community. Keep the light on mental health. Keep the light. Ask people, Don't let them shrug you off. Don't let them shrug you off. Be the glue that pushes people forward. Be the push. Be that. You've got this. You've got this. And it's okay. It's okay. However you find your happiness, whether that's taking a day off, whether that's getting your nails done, whether that's listening to the 10% Happier app with Dan Harris, however you find, however you tune in, whatever channel you find that on, whether it's the music you listen to or the way you groove through the day, you've got this. You have got this, people. That is what I am telling you. That is what I am telling you on this Self-Care Sunday. I'm so sure of it. I got my flu shot today. That is some self-care too. Went and got my flu shot. We were out putzing around today, and Sandra's like, oh, I got to pick this up at CVS, and there was no line at the front. I'm like, let's get that flu shot. Stick that needle in there. Because I want to be here, because I know the best. The best is yet to come, people. The absolute best. And that is what I bring you this Self-Care Sunday. Mental health, your best mental health, your best self, your best thing is yet to come. Your best. You haven't seen it yet. I can assure you, I've been on this planet a half century and I haven't seen my best yet. My best is yet to come. Yet to come. We've got an amazing week of programming on week 81, 82. We're going to cover a lot of ground this week. We're going to talk about shipping again because we got to do that, and because there's a lot going on with that this week. So that's going to be a topic this week, and I got a few other things, and I got to work on my stuff for the SBA. Yeah, I don't know about, we were looking up the Pfizer booster shot. We can get that the middle of the month. We all got Pfizer, except for Rebecca. Rebecca got Moderna. And they haven't announced anything about that with boosters yet. But the three of us got flu shots today. So we got our flu vaccine because you can get that on top of the COVID vaccines. And when I talked to my doctor recently, they were only doing them on Fridays. And my upcoming appointment is not on a Friday. And it's like, okay, well, it's more important that you get it and get it early because we want to stay healthy. We want to stay healthy. Because the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I haven't seen the best yet. And if you really want to see the best, there was Google, I think it was 60 Minutes, did an amazing interview with Tony Bennett. Okay, and that man is amazing. At 95, that man is freaking amazing. And if you've never heard him sing in person, you truly have missed something. But you want to see an amazing man who knows the best is yet to come, who has Alzheimer's and knows the best is still yet to come. Watch this interview with Tony Bennett, who knows his craft, who was an expert singer. I'll never forget when I saw him and in person, and we were in this music hall, and he's like, you can't do this in stadiums and stuff. But in these music halls that were designed for acoustics, and he disconnects the microphone and everything and tosses the mic, and he just starts belting it out. And we were in the cheap seats, way up there. And oh my God, that man's voice. But if you want to see somebody who believes in the best and sees the best, look up that recent interview. I think it was like last week or the week before. Okay? But take care of yourself. That's what today's about. Today's mental health, but we need to think about mental health in the front seat more than every day. More than once a year. More than just on Sunday. Check in on people. That is what I'm telling you. Check in on people. I check in on you every night. And I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're doing well, but check in. Check in. And if you need an accountability person to check in, email me, call me. You know where to find me. You know what else? This video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. All the files, the links, the videos, they're all over there, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store. You're not alone. You're not alone. Where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, ring the bell so you know when another one drops. You can also share with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so you know when another one, so we can help everybody walk hand in hand to the other side of this pandemic. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish live in the Narts private Facebook group. But if you have a question in between, just email me. Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com. Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's how we roll here. Tonight we're on page 20. Good morning. You are so loved, and we like having you around. I'm tying one end of this sentence to your heart, the other one to everyone who loves you, even the ones you haven't heard from in a while. I'm checking those knots. There, stay put. Our good night tonight is good night. You are so loved, and we like having you around. Tying one end of this sentence to your heart, the other end to everyone who loves you in this life, even if clouds obscure your view, which sometimes they do. Checking the knots. There, stay put. Hey, if you need something, just tug one end of the rope. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at More 8 Than Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you, You're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.